Yo, what's good? Alright, so in today's video, I'm gonna try and address the hatches torn apart front end. It's been raining a lot lately. I was trying to be under the hood to get some shade, but looks like we finally got some sun out today, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and knock some stuff out. I haven't really done much since then, since the last video. We just did the only thing we did do different and install this K2 muffler back on, but with the whole exhaust the way it is, and it's a lot quieter now, so I helped it out. But yeah, I'm gonna install I think I left off trying to see how this fits, or the radiator at least, because I'm not sure if I remember how I showed it or what. But right here where it's set at, like I said last time, this isn't the prettiest setup. There's no real way, because obviously this radiator isn't for the car. It's off of VW. But what do you call it? I'm going to try to make some brackets, see if there's some sort of way I can mount it like securely, because I mean it was good, but I just didn't like how it was, to be honest. So I think that's gonna be my tackle of the day. Right now it's not bolted up at all, just loose. But I made some tabs right here the first time. To be honest, I did not like how they look. I was thinking they make it something from here to here, and then from here to here. I don't know. Because then on this side, there's not much either. Well, there's this one that I was using, and another tab up here. Or this tab right here, make it crossed. But then again, I want it to be even. I don't even know, to be honest. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I have a new bumper filler I'm gonna throw on. This chrome polished, whatever you want to call it, on the car. I resprayed the brackets for the headlights too. Did a good amount of stuff while it rained, what I was able to do indoors. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking everything out and see if I can cut some pieces up, and maybe hopefully mount the radiator up today and try to get this front end put back together. We'll see what's up though. Alright guys, so what I did right now, I took off these brackets right here. I don't even know how I was even holding on to, to be honest, but what I'm doing right now is I put the T-bracket back on to see how much room I have to play with, to really push it as far back as possible, because it does sit really close to the header. As you can see right here, when I didn't have it tied down, it would, perfectly right there with the freaking headers, which is not good. And then once I held that down, it was like that, perfectly fine. But what I'm seeing right now is with this third hole right here, it lines up not almost perfect, but if it like sits right here and I tighten it on this, it will bring it a lot more back, because it still has some flex, And then with this tape right here, gives it a good cushion. Same goes for this side right here. It's a little bit higher up, but you still get the idea. It'll at least hold it up. And then from there, I have this hole up top right here, this one right here, and this one right here. If I had a welder, I would have welded a nut right behind that so I can make another thread in, but we work with what we got on this channel, so that's what we're gonna make do. This is just a head latch cable, but yeah, I'll make it right there, or just drill a hole, do it up top right here. That way it like sits even, so this part right here, so it sits within this. I'm not sure yet, I'll decide first, but I think I'm gonna first off do this one. That way I can just get it tucked as far back as I could, and then from there I'll deal with the top part, see how far back I can get sit. So this isn't bolted on, because the radiator never called me a problem. It was just always the mounting of it. Man, the rain hella fucked this car up. But I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can make some measurements real quick. That way I can start cutting out some tabs out of metal, sheet metal, and yeah, see if we can get that figured up good. So the metal I'm gonna use, it was old metal I welded on, but it's still super thick, so this should be more than enough to hold that. I made a little slash right there, measuring it. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut like about 1 inch, and then do that right in half. Taper it off on this end, that I can have a piece for each side of the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that right now. So I was cutting the tabs out. Where is the this one right here? It's not the cleanest, but I was cutting it out, I was gonna start burning it off, flap this, but battery died. So what I'm gonna do for the meantime, I'm gonna start putting my headlights on, because this is what I meant from when I painted them. Painted out the outside housing black. Looks a little more cleaner, I guess. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and put those on right now, because in order to put the bumper filler on, I need to put those on, and they'll still give me good battery time to charge, and once they're on I can still mess with this afterwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting those on. Alright, so I finished putting back on the headlights. Pretty cool. So my grinder's still charging. So what I'm gonna do right now for the meantime, because there's always something to do obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and wire, because these are ZC headlights, meaning they're a single bulb. They're not like regular USD when they have the low and the high beam right here on the sides. So I'm gonna show you guys how to wire in ZC headlights on your own, just using some normal spade connectors and the relay, because they sell jump harnesses out there, and no offense to companies that make them, I'm glad they do, but if you just don't have the money, don't want to wait, and just you want to do it on your own, I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. So every relay has a diagram. The way I'm gonna wire this, simple as possible, is when I turn on the low beam, it automatically passes through 30 going to 87A. So the low beam signal is gonna go to 30, and I'm gonna wire another wire out of 87A, and that's gonna go to the low beam. So then when I turn on the high beam side is gonna activate the coil right here, having this grounded already. So when I turn on the high beam, this flicks to 87, therefore going to the high beam. So I'm gonna show you either way, step by step, how I'm gonna do it, telling you guys which is what, and then testing at the end. Alright, so right here for my headlight harness I have, which is power being the low beam, blue being high beam, and brown being my ground. So what I did, all I did was link another wire to it right here, spliced, white twisted in with it, and that's going to be the ground going to the relay and sharing it to the headlight itself, because the headlight just needs a normal ground, doesn't need nothing fancy. So from here all you want to do is connect or put spades every single one of these, and I'm going to add a heat shrink connector with glue so it's weather insulated, so no water like I guess corrodes it. So go ahead and do that for those three, and then from there we'll start doing the relay. Alright, so I crimped up all the spade connectors right here. You can see I put the heat shrink over it. Kind of messed up on some, but it is what it is. So the way it is right now, I have your low beam wire that turns on your low beam headlights on 30. Then I have the ground on 85, the one that has the ground coming off of it too. It's gonna go to the headlight. And then your high beam on 86. So that when you get power to 30, which is your low beam, down naturally close to 87A. So when that turns on your low beam, that's gonna go to 87A, which is this middle one, close to your low beam. Once you kick on the high beams, it kicks on this wire right here, kicks on the coil, power from the middle will go to 87, go from here, switch over to 87, and feed power to this top prong, taking away from the middle one. So it's just gonna jump and activate high beam. So when you let go of the high beam again, flick it off, cuts the coil out, returns the power back to the low beam, to the middle one, and you get your low beam headlights back on. So that's how it's gonna work out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick and show you guys how that comes out afterwards. Alright, so I went ahead and ended up getting the connector that I'm going to use for my headlight, which is this one right here. So if you're going to do a ZC headlight, you can either get them off like an EK, EG hatchback, EG, it doesn't matter. Because they all come with like, basically something like that. That has already a OEM single bulb, because they'll come with this connector. Depending on the one you get, I'm not sure if all the wiring is the same. But all you got to know is that the left wire, this one right here, is ground. Top one, low beam, that's one activates low beam. On this one, it's red, yellow, but whatever one you guys have, you know that's the low beam. And on the right side, which is this one right here, is the high beam. What I went ahead and did was for the ground, like I said, the ground off the relay is what I'm gonna use for the headlight because it doesn't require much. So I went ahead and soldered it right here. That's right off the relay, off pin 85. So then for low beam, like I said, it's gonna go to pin 87A. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that in there. 87A, just like that. And the high beam, which is this wire right here, goes to 87. And I'm doing this permanent just because I'm not really planning on getting rid of these headlights. And you should be good. And then once you're done, you can tape it up. Just make sure, I put heat shrink especially because you don't want anything contacting when they're being touched, or like if they do move. I accidentally made this ground wire a little too long, but I could just go ahead and fold it. That, tape it away, and now you can mount the relay somewhere near the headlight, and then, you know, make a connection there. And I'm gonna go ahead and test it real quick, and then just do the same thing with the other side. And that's just basically how you connect it. I know they, or make it, I know they sell jumper harnesses that connect to your OEM headlight, but I've messed with the car so many times that I'd rather just do it like this. Looks clean, doesn't look too shabby. I mean, works, it works. Just sneak it in there, put the relay right under the headlight like that. It looks good. Let's go ahead and try it out and then see if it all works. Alright, so like I said, connectors right here. You remember the last video you guys saw, I had freaking jankiness going on right here. That's all bad. You know what I'm gonna do real quick? Go ahead and paint these headlights and accidentally painted the damn terminals. Bulbs. And just like that, this goes on. My relay is under here, nice and tucked away. You basically don't even see nothing, which I'm gonna tape up. And let's try it out now. Alright, so battery was dead. Pull a little jump runner real quick, but now you guys can see. Connectors on. Turn on the headlights. Bang bang. Now when I turn on the high beam, you can see the headlight. The brights aren't bright to begin with, but if you see towards the wall, they switch. You can hear the relay clicking too. I don't know how good of an angle I can get it, but you can hear it clicking too. So yeah, we're good. I'll disconnect that later. So yeah guys, basically you convert your EF hatch, CRX, wagon, whatever it is that you have, into a ZC headlight. This also works for the SAR headlights, and anything that's single bowl, or like even with like the Teggies. I'm not sure if that's how it is too, because they have flipped, so it might even work for that car. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the other side real quick and get back to you guys afterwards. Make sure they both work. All right, so I finished this one up right here. This one's good to go. The relay's in there, connector's in there, wired the same way as that one, nothing different. And just to show you guys, they both work. So we're good. So I think for the most part though, because it's really getting dark out, it doesn't look like it on camera, but it's gonna be like any second now, and I don't want to keep going and have all that stuff out I gotta put away. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. Oh, I'm gonna take a seat real quick. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I tried getting the radiator done today too, but I mean, obviously the battery died, and then I had to do my headlights, and then kind of time took its own path on that one. But yeah, hopefully you guys learn how to wire up some headlights though. I don't know how much information that is to most of you guys, but yeah, hopefully the next video I'll be able to actually finally drive it again and finish up the cooling system, or not the cooling system but the freaking radiator, to get the cooling system back going again. And I'm gonna do one more tune on it just to really break it in again, and it should be good after that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully maybe Monday I might do the next one, or tomorrow, matter of fact. It's not Wednesday, but we'll see what's up. But anyways, yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.